Almost fits in. Somebody passed by at a different BPM. Right. Hello, my name is Sjoerd. I'm an Ableton certified trainer. We made a couple of tutorials for you to get the creative juices flowing. Enjoy. In this session, I would like to share some tips and tricks on how to humanize beats, or how to make the drum pattern sound more human or less machine. As a start, I have here a live set and I can play it for you. Okay. In this live set, I have already some ingredients, but there is no hi-hat. So let us create a hi-hat pattern. I can create a hi-hat pattern like this. I press the beat to get the brush so I can easily drag many hi-hats. It sounds like this. Okay, so at least I have a hi-hat, but it sounds a bit machine gun, right? It sounds exactly the same as this. That is because all the hi-hats play exactly at the same time, exactly at the same volume. So there's no groove. A drummer cannot play exactly the same loudness, the hi-hat, every time. So I need to change the timing and the velocities. So let us first start by changing the velocities. So to make it easier to change, I'm just going to focus on one beat. And first of all, I'm going to mute the first hi-hat. I don't need these ones, so I can just delete it. So now I have already a bit of a hi-hat pattern, but the hi-hats are still the same loudness. So what I can do is I can select them all, make them all a bit quieter, and then I choose the hi-hat and offbeat to be a bit louder. So now I get this. And now we have this simple hi-hat pattern, and I can take it one step further. Let me first duplicate this loop twice, so I have a full bar. What I would like to do now is change the timing. So basically every subbeat, so this hi-hat and this hi-hat, I would play slightly later. So I can do this all by selecting them and moving this all a bit away from the grid. So I get things like this. Let me show it again. I have here my hi-hat pattern, and now I would like to apply some groove to it. So I click here on the left and clip, hot swap, and it brings me to the position in the library where I can choose from my grooves. I really like the SP1200 swing. This SP1200 is an old drum computer, and I'm going to select the 16 swing 67. 16s, because I am in 16s with my hi-hat. The 67 is basically I am moving every subbeat 67% away from the normal position. Normally it would be 50, right in the middle of these two notes, but now I'm just slightly moving this hi-hat to the right, up to 67%. It sounds like this now. With the global amount, I can choose how much of the groove I would like to apply. So on 0, it's just the same thing that we had. If I change the global amount up to a higher percentage, I get more groove in my beat. You would notice that in my other drum beat, I play an tom sample also in the subbeat. If I would like to apply the same amount of groove to this clip too, I just drag the groove to the clip. And now the same groove is applied to both of the clips. So I get automatically the same groove on the offbeat tom as on the hi-hat. Let us have a listen how this sounds now. All right, this is already way better. Another approach with this groove is I can not only apply a groove to a clip, I can also extract a groove. I just recorded some beatbox hi-hat, and it sounds like this. As you can see in this beatbox, my 16 notes are not always exactly where they are. So sometimes a bit later here, sometimes a bit earlier. But as soon as I play this together with my hi-hat, they're not exactly aligned. So what I can do is I can right-click on beatbox, extract groove, and now it's extracting the groove. And this is uploaded in the groove pool. So let me go here, and you see my beatbox is now in the groove pool. To show you what I've done, let me duplicate this clip, and I'm going to add a percussion sound here, and no groove, and play the beatbox and this together. And you would hear that they're not aligned. Because the percussion is, again, playing without any groove, same loudness, same timing. But I would like to apply the beatbox timing on this MIDI clip. So I'm just going to drag the beatbox onto the clip. And now, so my timing is not exactly accurate, but this is exactly what I'm looking for. Note that in my clip view, there has not changed anything. All the MIDI notes still look exactly the same, but the groove is still applied. This is helpful if I want to add a clap, for example. And you would hear that the clap is also connected to the same beat as the beatbox. If I want to see what I did, I can press commit, and then I commit the groove to the clip. So now you see what we actually did. There is no audible difference between this one and the one before. I would recommend leave it on the groove because you can always change the global amount later. As soon as you've pressed commit, this is gone. Let us listen to the whole part now. I can also decide to play it without the original beatbox. And I get a very loose feel of the hi-hats. To make sure, I'm also going to apply the beatbox to our kit, because then these notes, these toms, also will be conform to the groove. All right, that was it. Have fun humanizing the machine. Bye.